My grandfather was actually American from Minnesota, and my mom was born in Canada, so I do have some American background. In fact, a lot of people think like my name must be from some exotic location, but I was named after my great grandfather, who was from Minneapolis, or actually St. Paul, I should say, and he was like a school superintendent and part-time sheriff in 1900. And I was named after him. So I'm actually from Africa, named after my American ancestor.
From the Midwest,
yeah,
of all places.
Right.
What took your family to South Africa?
My grandfather moved with all his kids and my mom and everyone to South Africa because he wanted to use it as a base of exploration. So he had this little plane that he liked to fly all over the place, and he flew it all through Africa and Asia. And he was the first person to fly from South Africa to Australia. And he did this in a plane with no electronic instruments. And in some places they had diesel, in some places they had gasoline, and he had to rebuild the engine according to whatever fuel they had. So it's lucky he survived on that one. But he was sort of an amateur archaeologist. He liked to explore things.
The word Kalahari comes from the local word Gala, meaning the great thirst, or Galgadi, meaning a waterless place. In February 1885, the Canadian Guillermo Farini was one of the first Westerners to cross the unexplored portions of the Kalahari. Along with a liable fellow adventurers, some native guides, and his son Lulu. The goal of the trip was to get rich by seeking out diamonds. The adventurers entered out into an area of the desert never seen before by the outside world. He published a book, Through the Kalahari Desert, describing his experiences on his return to Europe. Farini portrayed the city as one of the colossal proportions made from huge wreck of stones stacked on top of each other. Land that looked something from some unfriendly alien planet, twisted dead trees and contorted rocks and moving red sand without any source of water. The city was spread out in a circular segment and took after the Great Wall of China after an earthquake. Carefully inspected the ruins almost a mile long. There were a pile of huge cut stones here and there. The traces of cement were clearly visible between them. Part of the city was exposed and part hidden under the sand. Inside the wall, approximately 40 feet apart, were piles of stonework in the shape of an oval ally with the height of 1.5 feet.